Hi, I'm Lance Allen with Crush'em, and I'd like to show you how an audio enhanced showing works in this live listing right now. So follow me inside and let's take a look. As we enter into the property, a sensor is going to trip at the door and it will start the tablet playing an introductory video. And I'm going to turn this off and I'll just kind of tell you what it has to say. This video is going to tell people, this is going to tell people to pick up the tablet, carry it around with them, and as they travel through the property, motion sensors are going to trip and play audio files of important information to them, and then just return the tablet to the docking station when they're finished. But let's walk through here and take a look at what a sensor would sound like. So we're going to travel through here to the sunroom. I have placed a sensor just here at the bottom of the door. I'm going to walk past it to trip it, and that way you'll be able to hear it. This sunroom is a great bonus to the property. It would make somebody a wonderful home office or gym with all of this great natural light. Now, I don't know if you noticed this while I was talking on the video earlier, but this is a really busy street, and we're going to take that strike away from you with your property and turn it into a positive. Or not so much a positive, but we're going to make it where it's not a strike anymore. And let me show you how we're going to do that with the sensor that I have over here near the bathroom. I mounted one just at the bottom of the door here, and I'll let you listen to what this one has to say. Now, you may be aware that this property does sit on a relatively busy street, but what you may not be aware of is just how quiet it is when you shut the door behind you. You can attribute that to how strong and solid these houses were made back in the day. Actually pretty shocked at how amazing that was once we shut the door when the realtor expressed that element to us, but it is definitely worth pointing out. Sometimes you don't want to point out a negative, and other times you want to take that negative take that bull by the horns and show how it's not really a problem. You close that door and it gets super quiet in here. But let's go ahead and travel through the kitchen. I'll kind of give you an example of what we would say in the kitchen. I've placed a sensor right here that will start playing as soon as I enter in. There are several key features we would like to point out in this kitchen. You have a built-in Sub-Zero refrigerator, a built-in Sub-Zero freezer, a wine tower, custom-made cabinets with pull-outs in the base cabinets, and my personal favorite, the cork floor. I mean, doesn't that feel wonderful under your feet right now? That would feel great when you're spending a long time standing in the kitchen cooking. It's nice just walking on this cork floor right now, but if you're a potential buyer walking through, you may not notice it because you might be distracted at everything else. So point out every feature that you can that might not be readily apparent. Now, we have put another sensor right over here that will talk about how to get to the basement. And so when I exit this door, the video will start playing and or the audio file will start playing. Once you stop admiring this huge backyard and dreaming of everything that you can do with it, including adding a garage, we would like for you to notice that there is actually a set of stairs just north of the back door. Those lead down into the cellar, and we would like for you to travel down there so that you can see firsthand all of the mechanical upgrades that these homeowners have already done, making this property move-in ready for you. Now, what I have done there is that we have directed people out to the cellar. They might not ever make it down into the cellar, and there's actually tremendous upgrades down there that we want to show those potential buyers. This house is move-in ready, and we want them to see those. So we're directing them down. And then there's a sensor once we hit the bottom. I'll show you what that would say. Now, watch your step on this video as you're watching it, because we had to do a retake. My cameraman fell down the first time. As you enter into the basement, you're going to trip a sensor right here to the left. As you travel through the cellar, the first thing that you're going to notice is the abundance of storage space. The second thing that you'll notice as you turn to the right is that it has the original coal chute. Now don't worry, you don't have to shovel coal into this basement anymore because the homeowners have actually installed a brand new boiler. If that's not enough, you have a brand new hot water heater, you have brand new copper pipe and PEX throughout the house, and new electrical. There's one more big feature that you will see as you exit the cellar, and that is the new sewer line all the way out to the city. So let's travel up top, and I'm going to show you, as we go back up to the second story, I'm going to show you or talk to you about some of the key features of our tablet. One of those is that we have a listen again feature. The great thing about that is at any point in time, a potential buyer can listen to any of the audio files again. They just select that listen again, select which one they want to listen to. That way, if the husband or the wife were away, didn't hear it, they're able to play it for them again. But as we travel up, I'll talk to you about our home and away option as well. Now, you may have already thought that some properties are occupied whenever you're showing the property. The homeowners still live there. Well, that's why we have built this home and away feature into the tablet. The great thing about that is you just hit a simple button and it shuts all of the sensors down to sleep. Then whenever you leave for the day, you hit that button again and it wakes them back up. So I have actually turned them off while we walked through, just in case we wouldn't trip something that we didn't want to as we were going through this. So I am now going to press that we are away from the property. It's going to wake up all of the sensors, and we'll give it just a second here. All right. Now, here's another sensor with the bathroom. I have one down here at the bottom. You can't have an amazing historical property like this without an original clawfoot tub. Take a look at that beauty. Let's travel over here, and this is like gold. This is my absolute favorite sensor in this house. I'll let you listen to it and you can find out why. Okay, this might just be my absolute favorite element of this property. It's time for a history lesson. This porch is actually considered a sleeping porch, and sleeping porches date back to the early 20th century when the discovery of germs prompted a fresh air frenzy. Doctors believed that being out in the open could help treat tuberculosis and deter other airborne illnesses. Even the White House had one. It was erected on the roof during the Taft administration. Many people have converted these porches to closets, home offices, art studios, and more. The charm and character make the possibilities endless. If you have any features like this, they are like gold. I mean, I've lived in Colorado Springs for 12 years and I didn't even know that these existed here until the realtor told me about them yesterday. I mean, it's so cool. One reason that these are like gold is because the potential buyers will remember this property. They will think about this over and over again. They might discuss it in the car. They might tell a friend. They might Google it. All of those bring your property back up in their thought process, which is what you want to do. You want to keep edging up, and beating your competition, crush your competition. So come on, let's take a look at the master retreat here and see what we might say about that. As you enter into the master retreat, we would like to point out that it has a master bath and closet. This is a rarity in the old North End homes. Not a lot of the turn of the century homes have master bathrooms. The sellers also moved the washer and dryer into this space so you don't have to drag your clothes all over the house or up and down multiple levels. And that's a great feature. My wife, I know that's super important to my wife because as many loads as longer as we do with our little kids, we certainly don't want to have to be going up and down the stairs when we don't need to be. Follow me through here and we're going to talk about another mechanical feature of the house. This is actually something that I've wanted to put in one of my houses. I'm going to have to sooner than later. Inside the hall closet at the very top, you will find the item that will make you want to hug the homeowners around the neck. A whole house fan. Those things are worth their weight in gold. Something that I would like to point out about this whole house fan. I did not go into great detail about it. Sometimes you might want to describe what they're used for, why, and then other times you might not want to. You might want to let the buyers look it up or discuss it. That's up to you, just however you want to handle it and handle the flow through a property. Let's go in here and talk about the last sensor we have. I have it right here on the baseboard. You're upstairs. Let's talk about the roof. The roof has recently been repaired and is in great condition. Also, let's talk about the neighbors next door. It is a home broken into apartments. The main tenant has been there for 20 plus years and upkeeps the grounds and home. It is not a college rental if that's what you were thinking. That concludes our audio enhanced showing. And again, while somebody's touring the property, they're able to select each audio file and listen to them again if they miss something or just want to have it repeated. There are some key benefits to using our system. Now, we are not just trying to repeat the MLS listing or what you've written on Zillow. We want to deliver content that is not readily apparent. Like the cool features, the TB room, the tuberculosis room, or any of these features that just can elevate this property to another level. There are infinite benefits to our system, which you can find those online. Thank you for following us along for this, and give us a call if you have any questions.